morning, happy Friday, welcome to the show. It is the Pit Stop. I'm Sean Cole with my good buddy Amir Saad. Good morning, Amir, how are you?
Good morning, buddy. I'm doing all right. It's Friday. Again, it's the weekend again, dude. I can't believe how much time is just flying by.
Yeah.
We just did this like yesterday, right?
Yeah, I can't keep track of time anymore.
I can't either, man.
It used to be like the, minutes, then hours. Now it's like I can't keep track of months and years. I don't know how old I am. I don't know what year it is. Oh, I just finally started getting 24 right. When I'm writing it.
Right?
I'll never get 25. I can't believe it's 2025. God.
It is, yeah. In a couple of weeks, man. It's crazy.
So,
oh, man.
Yeah, and the holidays have just completely snuck up. Like, all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, Christmas is like 5 days away. New Year's is like less than 2 weeks away. Yep. What the heck? Tom Jones!
Wow, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's so true, Dave Blair. The older you get, the faster time goes by.
Yeah.
It sucks. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of aging, not a big fan of time. So, with that, this is our last pit stop. This is not our last video. This is not even our last live stream, I don't think, of the year. But I can tell you we're not going to be able to do a pit stop next week. My mom's in town. I will not be able to. Amir has family stuff going on. He probably will not be able to. So, no pit stop next Friday. This is the final pit stop of 2024. There is not a lot of news to talk about, but I don't mind taking a time to throw a little appreciation the way of all of you people. It's been a really good year for the Simpit. We've actually had some really solid growth this year. Our video views had taken a hit over the years, and they are rebounding. So all in all, 2024 was a really, really solid year. I'm not going to call it perfect. Still plenty of adjustments to be made. Dave Blair!
Wow, it's very nice.
Dave coming in with the clutch.
Dave Blair. Dave and I share many hobbies, He's also an adventure motorcycle guy and out there ripping it up. I am to the point now, it's too cold. Like, the hottest I'm going to see here is 60. And that only happens for like an hour. And I just, I don't really like riding super bundled up. It just doesn't feel like, I feel like the kid from the Christmas Story movie, and I'm just like this marshmallow on top of my motorcycle. Right. I feel restricted. I put a cover on the bike and, I mean, it's California. You can see a 70-degree day here out of nowhere. It's 80. See, if it was 80s, I'd be riding for sure.
Right.
I'm kind of depressed. Not right.
It is. It's cold as hell here, man. It's been like that for the past couple weeks. It gets really cold, but yet no snow. Like, it's too dry for snow, which is. But I guess like America, the East Coast is getting all the snow right now.
Yeah, we are getting tons of rain. Ridiculous sums of rain, and it's about to start saying it again. I know. I get no pity. I get no pity when I talk about like the coldest I'm gonna see will literally be right at freezing. It will not really get colder than 32 here. It'll hit 32 a handful of nights over the year. So I have no room to talk about being cold, but everything is relative. You got to keep that in mind. Everything is relative. When I lived in Spokane, winter came around and I wasn't cold. Why? Because I went into winter mode and I had proper winter gear. The problem here is I have no winter gear for this weather. So I'm cold. Yeah. I'm wearing a hoodie in my house. We're only keeping our house at 68. I don't know what you guys do, but 68.
That's the perfect temperature right there, man.
It's a little chilly. I got to wear a long sleeve at times. If I'm in my studio, I'm warm. If I'm in the living room watching TV, I'm cold.
That's when you grab the blanket, you wrap yourself up in the blanket.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You have your cup of coffee or tea, then you have your bowl of Werther's right next to you. That's perfect.
And my dog. Don't forget the dog.
Yeah, the dog sitting at your feet, keeping your feet warm. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, anyway, I also want to just take a moment to wish you all the very, very best. Holiday season. None of us are kids here, or very few of us are kids. I'm a kid, but I think the holidays are a challenge for adults, you know? So I wish you all the best. Family engagements can always be challenging. Dealing with the Christmas tree and all the presents. I don't really do any of that. I mean, my mom's coming up. We're going to do, like, small gifts between my brother and my mom and I. No pressure. We put a cap on it because, like, just we're all over it, you know? It's like, I don't need to lose my shirt. I don't need anybody. You know what? I'm good. I don't need anything. So, but I wish you all the best. You know what we haven't done? We haven't done some direct hellos and good mornings.
No, we haven't. I'm sitting here waiting. Like, we have so many people in the chat right now. We haven't even said hi to them yet.
We got the Davids. Dave Blair. Callum's here. Good morning to you. Amir, you're here in the chat. I see you.
I am.
Tom Jones, good morning to you, buddy. We already said thank you to you, but good morning as well. John Hill, good morning. Connor B557. I don't think I've ever said good morning and hello to you, but good morning. Hello. And if I have before, excuse me. Joe is here. Good morning. Jane Kaikinen. Holiday greetings from Finland to you guys, and the best to you, and right back at you. Oldest is here. Good morning. Your last ride this year was 7 Celsius. 7 Celsius. Okay, so 0 Celsius is 32. Mm-hmm. How hot is 7? I don't know. That's the only conversion I know is 0 and 32. How hot is 7?
7, that probably put it like right at close to the high 50s, right about then.
How many degrees is 1 Celsius? Like 8.5? 8?
What is it, like 32 degrees Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius, and you just go from there? Yeah.
What do you mean you go from there?
I don't know. That's why I have a phone to tell me what the temperatures are. I just know 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. That's all I know.
Good morning, Michael, and thank you for defending me. Yeah, Amir, don't be going after me in my old man sweater.
I never said anything about your old man sweater. I just said
the
you're full of Werther's.
Good morning, Going Grays. Simrig412, good morning to you. You got depressed when you found out candy corn was sugar. Isn't all candy essentially just sugar? I mean,
yep.
You know, yeah, throw in a little cocoa or something, but I mean, ultimately, it's just freaking sugar.
Yeah. Sugar and artificial flavoring and artificial colors. Yep.
All right.
Good enough to...
I got no news. It's the holidays. I want to know it. What is your favorite dessert item? To you, Amir, I want to know. And I want to know everyone in chat.
Dude, that is so hard for me. So hard. I have a massive sweet tooth, and I'll eat almost anything that has sugar in it, which is probably bad, which is so bad for you. I have to try really hard to not have sweets in the house, or like if I buy anything, I'll just gobble it up in
out
one
of
day.
sight, out of mind. It's such a good
yeah,
policy
exactly.
when it comes to sweets.
Usually, like, I don't buy anything unless I'm at the gas station, fill up on gas, and I'll probably buy me a candy bar, which usually it's Twix, or they don't have it in the States. They have Lion Bar, but in Europe, but I don't think they have it in the States either. But Lion Bar, oh, dude, if people that are watching us in Europe, dude, Lion Bars are awesome.
What would be the closest equivalent in America?
It's a mix between. I'd say it's a mix between a Twix, but then also has like Rice Krispies in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, look at all the cheesecake. Yeah. Look at all the cheesecake ringing in. John Hill, I'm going to give you you're wrong. Carrot cake is definitely not the one. Yeah, no, what are you talking? Carrot cake?
With some cream cheese?
Man? What, do you eat that after your pineapple on your pizza? Is that... I'm kidding.
My gosh.
I'm just... No. Going Gray's pumpkin cheesecake, you're pushing it too. I'm kidding. I kid. To each his own. Wow, a lot of big fans of cheesecake.
For me, it'd be a chocolate fudge cake. Yeah.
Okay, now you're talking my language. So my brother and I have a joke in this
Fudge
house.
icing? Yeah.
Well, someone will say we have no cake-based dessert in the house. All right, because we don't really do candy. Ice cream's okay, but like, where are the cookies? Where's the cake?
Wait, ice cream's only okay?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of your staple after you crash out of a race?
Well, it has been at times. It was just sort of a placeholder for indulging in general, right? No, if you were to put anything in front of me, I would eat more cake or cookies than anything.
Okay.
John loves pineapple and pepperoni. Of course you do.
You have bragged a little bit about your chocolate chip cookie making skills.
Well, and Tom Jones and David Payne have sampled the and they've gotten better. I don't know how after like decades of making my chocolate chip cookies, they got better, but they got better.
Okay. So I mean, so Tom Jones and David Payne, do you guys fully agree that his cookies are A+, or would you rather pick Pokimane cookies over the Sean Cole cookies?
Who?
Pokimane? You don't know who Pokimane is?
No. You mean like the game?
You're better off. You're better off not.
You mean
knowing.
the game?
No, not. No, she's some streamer a while ago.
Oh, an
started
OnlyFans?
No. She's like what? She's one of the Twitch gamer girls, and she started selling like superly expensive cookies. You get like maybe like those little six, like they're about the size of like a little bit bigger than
like Famous Amos.
Yeah, you get like maybe like 7 or 8 of them in a bag for like $25 or something like that.
Oh my god! You know what?
Yeah.
I might have to start selling cookies.
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Send
gonna shut down the shop. Yeah, Tom, I can't. Nobody can compete with Mom. No, well, except my mom. Sorry, Mom, you did not make good cookies. Sorry, I did not grow up. I grew up on a sugar-deprived childhood. I wasn't allowed sugar until I was like old enough to buy it myself, like 13 maybe.
Yeah,
So,
I was kind of like that too, man. The only sugar I'd get was in chocolate milk. That's about it.
yeah, I like I wasn't allowed any fancy. Like I'd have like maybe for my birthday I could get a box of Captain Crunch, but no, it was like they didn't even sell it at the supermarket. They sold it at the health food store kind of cereal.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Puffs. Like,
Yeah.
they're fine. You know what? I didn't feel deprived. I like Rice Krispies was considered like risque for my mom. Like,
Really?
oh, this is like Kellogg's, you know. You know what Kellogg's does. My mom was such a... Yeah.
Oh, she was one of those people?
Yeah, she was very... Is, to this day. Mom, you stayed true to your colors. I give you that. I love you, Mom. See you 2 days. I don't think she's watching this show, by the way. Thank you, Tom. Tom says that he would choose my cookie over any store-bought. And that went through shipping.
Right.
That was after USPS. Sean loves beans in his chili for dessert. Oh my god. We have a joke. Never mind. We are so rabbit hole today.
I will admit, man, like when it comes to cookies, like yeah, store-bought cookies are okay, but to be honest, like for the people that have like a Walmart or Sam's Clubs near them, they actually make some really good chocolate chip cookies. Like,
and
last time I visited the States,
section.
yeah, in their deli section, I went and bought some. Like, holy crap, these are actually good. I know they're not good. They're not good for you because of all the other stuff that's in it. But I'm like, wow, we're at this point now where like, stores and stuff are making actually pretty decent products, better than the stuff you can buy off the shelf.
I can't eat Chips Ahoy anymore.
I can't either.
I'd have to move Chips Ahoy. Chips Ahoy to me belongs in the candy aisle now, not the cookie aisle. And then the other one that's a big disappointment is Pepperidge Farm is ruining the Milano. What the hell?
Used to be so good. Pepperidge Farm used to be one of the best. And now they're one of the worst. Like, oh, yeah.
Our other go-to in a pinch, if I'm not going to make cookie, we've been doing a lot of Entenmann's chocolate glazed donuts.
Oh,
They have not ruined it. I think they gotten a tiny bit smaller.
Okay.
But they haven't ruined their mixture. It's like, okay, this still tastes like a Donut Gem Deluxe, you know.
Okay.
Not as waxy as a donut gem. All right, so we've had our... Any other thoughts on dessert before we move on? Or I don't want to cut this off. Coffee's my dessert.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't call anything you buy from Starbucks coffee. Let's be honest here.
This is not bought from Starbucks.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But usually, I know obviously you're usually on and on about how great Starbucks is when it's really garbage.
When I was traveling a lot, Starbucks is what. So when you travel a lot, just being able to be guaranteed certain things is really important. Yeah. And so that was the thing. It's like, man, if I go get lobby coffee at the hotel, I know I'm going to be just disappointed, right? So Starbucks is like the one way that I could guarantee certain somethings no matter where I went when I was traveling a lot. So, no, I haven't been in a Starbucks in years at this point. So, there you go.
I know, Tom. It's super fancy.
What?
I was talking about my Coke bottle, the flip cap. Yeah.
Aren't those bad for recycling? That looks hard to recycle.
No, that's part of the whole recycling thing. You're supposed to keep it all in one place or one, all together. That way you just, usually because here in Europe, like I can take these bottles back to the grocery store and get cash back. They'll give me they'll give me a coupon for so I can just take that coupon and get like €5 off on my grocery bill. So so I keep everything, just take it there with everything, get my little coupon and just save money while I'm at the grocery store.
Man, I wish we could get our money back at the supermarket. I'd recycle if I could, if that was the case.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. It's either bottle, like plastic bottles or glass bottles. I just take it to the grocery store. There's like a little kiosk machine that scans it. And makes sure it's like, all right, here you go. And every time you put in a bottle, it gives you a little bit more money. And then at the end, you just take your coupon and then you start your shopping.
Man, I like to say things so people can't tell for sure if I'm liberal or conservative or where I stand on things. So I think I like do a good job of keeping people a little confused. I would recycle because I believe in the program, but even more importantly, I like money. And since they, if you drink a fair amount of soda and your cans would stack up rather quickly, I mean, that could be like $20 a month, right? I don't know. I have no, but to do so here, I have to go stand in line behind, and this is where it's going to get controversial, what I'm going to say. 15 homeless people who've dragged their cans in. And it's like, man, this is not exactly the world that I want to cross over into.
Yeah.
And so our building has automatic, separation, they say, through our, company that does all of our garbage. So I don't have to think about it, and I know it gets recycled. I don't have to be guilt-ridden or anything.
Yeah. Oh, Tom, I sprechen Sie Deutsch a little bit. I'm not fluent in it yet, so I'm trying to learn, man, because I want to stay here. So yeah, I'm trying to become fluent in it. It's hard. It's hard. So I mean, at Marius, I live near Trier. I don't know if you've heard of Trier. It's a small little town west of Germany. But dude, this is like everyone talks about how you've probably heard it, Sean. Everyone talks about how Germans are angry, unfriendly, that they don't want to deal with people or anything like that, right? And actually they're not. I would equate them more like New Yorkers. Like if they don't know you, they don't really deal with you too much. But once you get to know them, they're very friendly people. Like I know all my neighbors are super nice people, super welcoming and everything. And this is the thing this is one of the things that really irritates me about living in this area, next to the military bases, where I mean, there's tons of Americans around here, right? I try to go to the stores, I try to do everything. I start speaking German, and I don't know if it's because I have a very bad accent, or maybe I'm speaking like traditional German, not like the spoken slang version of German. They just respond back to me in English. I'm like, oh my god, like no. I I'm trying. Like, I'm speaking to you in German because I want to learn German. I'm trying to absorb it.
But almost
then
all Germans speak English.
But and that's the thing. Like, but they get some a lot of the Germans, especially the younger ones, like are happy to speak other languages because a lot of their media is consumed in English too, right? So they want to speak English so they can enhance their English too. I'm like, but you're not helping me. I want you to help me. Like, help me to help you. Help me to help you, kind of thing, right? So it's been really hard to learn German because of that. Because like every time I go talk to people, they just respond back to me in English. I'm like, all right, fine. I just give up. So.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I understand. I need to learn a foreign language.
Oh yeah, Maris. Each place is like about 45 minutes away from me. Like I often go up to the Nürburgring. Not so much Spa because the track days there are so expensive. But usually like, I go up to Nürburgring like a dozen times a year and stuff just to hang out and not even just sometimes go on the track, just go grab pictures and stuff like that, watch the races. So yeah, I love it here, man.
I'm in very close proximity to Laguna Seca, Sears Point, and Thunder Hill.
Yeah, but do you go to them?
Well, not as much as I should. I used to.
I know. I mean, you used to race out there in those tracks too. Yeah.
Actually, I've never raced Thunder Hill. I take that back. But no, in my former life, I put that behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, David Payne was doing cable management. Yeah, David Payne. There you go.
I have some management and cable management. I have some cleanup. I got to a running position here, and then I've just been playing catch up, and I really haven't gotten back to like prettying up or finalizing this place.
Oh, I kind of gave up too, man. Like now that I'm gonna be moving in a month or two, I just kind of like I'm not even gonna bother anymore. Like but I don't even add anything to the main sim rig anymore. Everything's getting pumped to the side rig for when I start doing
mule.
That's right, the mule rig. Yeah.
So nice having a mule.
I know. It is good.
Open Discord, Mr. Egyptian. Is that a message for me?
Oh.
If I look in Discord, I'd lose Amir sometimes. No? Are you Ed? Mr. Egyptian, are you Ed? Alright, I had to click back on that, so make sure I have you on OBS. Yep, Amir's still there.
No worries, bud.
Alright, so, we had a lot going on video-wise. We've had a little slowdown, but I think you're going to see a speed up, slow down kind of thing. We had the iRacing update that came out 6 days ago. Obviously, we had the Mustang. We talked about that. The Mustang rim that Amir did. So that's what's going on here. I have a video that's going to come out as soon as I get word. But I can't tell you what it is. Is that fair?
That's fair. I mean, I was going to have a video come out, but somebody let me down.
Amir is poking a finger at me, in case you didn't catch that I'm the other way.
Oh, other way?
Yeah, you got me there you go. I know. I need to put a marker. Like, it needs to say Amir, so that I know when I point over there. You're over there. I got you. Yeah, and now I have to leave it as a former life, Amir. Joa. I gotta change my position. I'm fighting back pain. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I'm fighting back pain. It's really screwing me up right now. We're gonna get to that. That's our New Year's resolution. Anyone doing any New Year resolutions?
I don't believe in them, man.
You don't believe in them?
No.
I feel like if you want to do something like that, you're so much better off just starting it on like today. You know, what's today? Just, it's like, why wait for the first? Why put so much importance on a date in the calendar? If you want to do something, do it, right? Don't wait. Like, why would you, like, if you knew it almost implies that you're waiting for that date to start this new version of yourself. And it's like, well, you could start yesterday, right?
True.
So I feel like if you wait and put all the importance on the calendar date that you're probably gonna fail.
I never believed in New Year's resolutions because one, yeah, it's just a saying, and I firmly believe like there's something that you really want to change about your lifestyle, your habits, or anything like that. Like you've got to have that belief in yourself and that dedication to do it. And usually, like most people are just when they do New Year's resolutions, they're like, "Oh, I want to do it just because it's going to be the new year. That's how I'm going to change my life." Like, no, you can change it any time. Like, if you don't like, what's the point of waiting till New Year's to do it when you can just start doing it now? That's just my opinion.
Me too. Tom, you should. I'll sub. All right, so that's all going on from Simpit, but expect more soon.
Oh, Devin, thanks, man, for letting us know about that. Yeah, so Devin posted a link in our Discord. If you're not in our Discord, so
I keep going in our Discord. I'm not seeing what people are talking about.
It's in the main Simpit general chat. So, so apparently there's a, oh my gosh, there's a scam going on within Steam right now. So a lot of people have been getting messages from their friends because their accounts got hacked saying, hey, click this link to get your Steam gift code activation thing.
Got it.
So yeah, guys, just be careful. Just for me, like I don't click links within like Steam or Epic or any of those things. Usually I'll try to do it through a browser, or I look at the address to see if the address is correct too. That's one way you can look at things, is make sure the address is spelled correctly and it's got an HTTPS with a lock on it. Then most times you should be good to go. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So
yeah, I'm gonna delete where you put "do not click," Devin. Or Devin, can you edit your post and actually remove the "do not click" area just so no one accidentally clicks it? It's a little it's counterintuitive. I see links, so I want to click it. But yeah, that's I just pulled up the image of something. It'll look something like this. This is what's going on.
Yep.
All right, let's get a mirror back on the stream. There we go. Thank you. So that's good to know.
I mean, it's good to see. Like, I mean, the first giveaway for me on that is, all right, if your friend sent you a gift card, it's going to say like, hey, this is coming from so and so. But like when you click on that link and you see it, so many of these cards out of so many have been claimed. Well, why Steam One doesn't do things like that, and how would your friend, be able to send out 300,000 gift cards? So like that, to me, that was just like a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just be vigilant, people, during the holidays. People love to scam during the holidays. Those people deserve to flip over and die and go straight down to hell and boil in the pits of lavas and have pineapples shoved up their heinies. Anyways, there you go. That's what I think about it.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Amir.
I will tell you how I really feel, Sean Cole. Those people are terrible people.
I think that the whole scammer, electronic digital thievery that's gone on has been so unpunished that I actually tend to agree with. We almost have to go to some make an example level,
right, to
shut it down. I mean, again, figure out Sean Cole's politics with some of the things, this wild shit I'll say. But yeah, I do feel that way. It's just been so unpoliced, we're so unprotected, and it gets worse and worse. I mean, like, now it's like on my friggin' phone, Dude, and like, it's just, you gotta be kidding me.
It's so hard. It's really so hard to stay ahead of those people, because dude, it's so easy just to pop up, create a website, and do all that scamming stuff. Like, by the time they shut it down, like, already 10 more have popped up. Like, that's how fast.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, like, I hate to paint, like, countries like India in a bad picture, but like a lot of these countries, like, you see, if you watch like some YouTube videos about call center scams and all this sort of stuff, like, they're based in India or in some other countries nearby. But like, you see, dude, they have like this whole, like, hundreds of people operations just scamming people, minute by minute.
Yeah.
And that's what these websites do. Like, you can just drop one and then bam, another developer pops up 10 more websites.
Yep.
Like, it's insane.
Yep. and it's just unpoliced. Well, it's hard to because it's but again, yeah. I wish that they could do something like you see in the movies where somehow our hackers could send something back and just completely, rat F their entire system. Yeah. And it's like, oh, cool, haha.
Dude, there are videos out there, like there are some YouTubers out there that their sole purpose of making YouTube videos is scamming the scamming companies.
I watch those guys too. Yeah, there are a few of those I watch.
Like, I love those guys. Yeah. I love watching those guys. And what is it? There was a company in... I can't remember. There's an internet company in England. They created an AI anti-scammer bot where it's one of the telephone companies where it scams the scammers. Like, so if the phone number is recognized as a scam phone, the AI of the telephone company will pick it up and start having these conversations with the scammers while it's doing like reverse hacking on them,
right?
Shutting them down. It's hilarious, dude. It is awesome. That I think like every company needs to have something like that to combat those people. AI grandma, that's right. It's AI. Yeah, she's called AI grandma.
Yeah,
like
awesome.
the guy sounds like an old grandma that goes back and rescams the scammer.
Yeah. Cal, just my brother plays that game too. I think he even turns it on his computer at work. I'm not happy with the new Planet Coaster, to be honest with you. I'll give you a very, very quick nutshell. The first Planet Coaster existed before they had gone to this new engine or whatever they are doing for their like zoo game and Jurassic Park and those other games. And they completely put Planet Coaster onto that new engine. And it really makes the maps weird. Like, they're too weird in terms of just the topography of the area you're supposed to be. It's like, come on, they kind of like, when they build a park, they kind of like scout the land, like, hey, this would be a good place to build a friggin' park. They don't like, oh, look, this would be a nightmare. Well, let's do it anyway. We'll just kind of build around all that crap. And then the other is their missions are simplified in a weird way. They feel the same, but they're not. And then the game almost feels like it's almost like you can't lose. It's like if you're just patient and you're willing to sit there and wait, and it's just a waiting game. It's just like, here, Anyway, I'm not really happy with the new one. It was actually a step backward, and I almost thought maybe I would fire up the old one, but I played it 100 times. So yeah, I'm actually let down. 2 in a row. The Sim City did it to me as well. Okay, where were we? Should we move on to iRacing?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it, man.
They have their update from last season. We had the changing of the seasons, and with that, 500,000 races and 250 million miles in season 4. Very impressive.
Holy crap. That's a lot.
Yeah, you can find your personalized iRacing recaps in the profile section. I don't want to look at mine because almost every mile I drove was in a league environment.
Same here, man. Yeah. Either special events or league racing. I haven't done much official sessions in iRacing at all.
Yeah. All right. You'd think that would be it, but no. This from Box This Lap. This is a cool story or something to read for you guys. Go to boxthislap.org and you can read the full story. Headline is, iRacing is aware of the GTP class issues.
What? They admitted to it?
They admitted to it.
Finally.
There have been some heavy critics of the behavior of the new Ferrari 499 GTP car on iRacing. Staff is aware of these issues, and they seem to have taken a new approach to make it more realistic. So anyway, they have plans, but I mean, because it goes beyond the 499. You're talking about the BMW M Hybrid, the Cadillac, the Acura, the Porsche, So,
well, it was the tires overall. So, I mean, there was 2 things. Like, I know there was 2 things they actually came out and talked about. It was like the tires. The tires have too much grip when you're cornering, resulting on like way higher speeds and everything like that. Not even just like during cornering, but you can drive those cars so fast. And then they talked about the hybrid system, which people have been complaining about for over a year.
Not working right, yeah.
Right. But that one's probably going to take a little bit longer to do because they have to completely redo that system.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad iRacing is actually like opening up and saying, hey, we do know we have issues, like, and it's not something like they're just keeping in the back end and not responding back to people. So I give them props for it.
It's always an evolution. You know? I mean, these cars, as much as they're modeling them, again, they're unique. This is not, I mean, I love that they look like and they name them the 499, but, you know, that car is as unique as any car ever built. So, you know, just like any other car built, you need to do some testing and see if the results of what you think you built work the way you thought you built it, right? And then you make adjustments. So that's cool. To be expected, too. I mean, honestly, everything in iRacing, everything in every sim has required a tweak or 5 or 10 or 100 or forever.
Right?
All of them, John. Oh, Joe's got you.
Yeah, John, it was all of them. Yeah, all of them, because they all got the new, not I wouldn't say the newer tire model, but they got a different tire model than the other cars, and that increased the grip and their speeds and everything. Yeah.
Right. Now, this you have to dig for, and this is one of my gripes about iRacing, is that things like their special events, why do I have to dig for that? Why is this not front row center, like in a graphically, aesthetically pleasing version? You know, but this is iRacing at its best. Here's their 2025 special events calendar. Now, I just talked smack going into it. Now, on the flip side, these are the coolest events in all of iRacing, in my opinion.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. So you're talking about the Daytona 24 and the Roar. Dale Jr. charity event, mini stock in Iowa. These are all the big special events. Daytona 500, Bathurst 12, Sebring 12, all the way through the end of the year. These are also the events. Some of them are just oval, standalone on your own races, but a lot of these are actually endurance races. Yep. And the reason I'm making such a big deal about this, and I'm putting throwing the gauntlet down, letting you guys know, you know, we have the SimPit endurance teams, and Sam Hinchy has been really keeping our teams together, making sure that we have multiple classes, so maybe GTP and GT level cars or whatever they're running at the events. Sam's just done an incredible job of getting the guys together, getting the group together, getting practice sessions, getting everybody up to speed, and making it so that the SimPit has had an incredible presence at just about every special event out there. So we have a channel in our Discord that is dedicated. We have a couple channels dedicated to the SimPit Endurance. We are always looking for new drivers because some of the big events, 24-hour teams take a lot of drivers. Yep. So yeah, if you are looking for a great, I mean, what you love about the SimPit, we are finishers. These are guys who will repair the car, get back out there, because the job is to see the checkered flag. And we've seen teams come from like near last place to finish in the top 5. We've seen teams win races. We've had all sorts of great outcomes. But the thing about it is SimPit teams have always run with the highest level of class and sportsmanship. And that's a big part of what Sam's done for the team. And even Amir and I jump in from time to time and cherry pick the races that we're going to do. I got to tell you, as I get older, it is harder and harder. Number one, sleeping is not something I can control anymore.
Right.
Energy is not something I can control anymore. Bathroom, like, I don't know if I want to, like, there's a limit to how many hours in a 24 cycle I can sit in my sim rig seat before my back is given out. So I have to get in shape. I got to change some things if I want to get back in the endurance groove. Yeah, I know. No, I
didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
I can't sleep anymore. I don't even tell you guys the problems I'm having with sleep. It is the weirdest. I don't sleep. Yeah. Okay. Enough of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the often, like, and like even if you're like a newcomer or a very experienced driver, like, as long as you can keep the car safe, you know, and a team player, like, you're more than welcome to race with us too. That's all we ask, is that you're a safe driver and you're a team player, and you are more, and anybody's more than welcome to race with us too.
Yeah. Absolutely. I didn't say good morning, Booth. I think we commented. I didn't say good morning. Good morning, Booth. I didn't say good morning to Unknown. Scott Wennerstrom, how you doing, buddy? And Dan DiMaggio, you snuck in out of the bushes, and I didn't even know it. Dirge is here. Good morning to you. Zyquil. My Zyquil didn't work very well for me. I've had very little luck medicating to achieve this either. It's my back. I can only lay down for 4 hours before my back is just like, I'm done. No more of this. No, you can't roll over. No, you can't lay that. Nope. It's time to get up and move around. That's what it is. It's 100% my back. And, well, 95 back, 5% anxiety. Scott Wennerstrom. So, my relationship with Fanatec, which could be a bitter subject. I'm not going to let it be a bitter subject, but you know, I've always loved Fanatec. I don't know. Fanatec decided one day to have issue with me, and we did something somewhat controversial, but I've always had Fanatec's best interest in my heart and in my mind. So the fact that they would single me out on something that was questionable at the time. And then I've had a rocky road. We've actually had them send gear and try to get back in our good graces, and then all of a sudden just break off contact again. And then I've had them do that like 2 or 3 times now since the original problem. And, you know, my opinion and my mindset has never changed one bit. Like, I don't, like, this, why? Why is this I love Fanatec. Fanatec is one of the most important companies in all of sim racing. End of story. Even with Corsair ownership. So with that said, we are in contact with Corsair through Fanatec. Have not panned any results yet. I need to do a little more work on my end, and it's actually right here on this notepad. So
I was about to say, yeah, you have we have a friend of ours.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a friend of ours in Corsair now.
Yep. Now I had reached out to Corsair, and they, you know, before that contact developed, and so they said, yeah, but anyway. It requires constant pestering, you know. I mean, unless you're Jimmy Broadbent or Boosted Media, they're not calling you, right? So that's that.
Yeah.
Okay. What percent bladder? No, it's not the bladder. Oh, for waking up. No, it's my back. It is 100% back. 100%. Stephen Dayer, I need better weed, he says. Come visit Indiana and we can go to Michigan for you. Okay, wait. Not that I know anything about this topic. Figure out Sean's politics here. Don't I live in, like, the Green Triangle? I literally live next to Humboldt County. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it, but, like, I live in California. I think that California blows amps. California is the weed capital of the freaking world.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. So I don't think that would be the problem. Or I can't imagine going to Michigan would help. I'll go to Michigan for other reasons, but not for that specifically.
I think you need to start getting that Sleepy Bear stuff and not the Blue Kush. Just say.
Sleepy Bear, Blue Kush?
I don't know. I'm just making up names.
That sounded so real.
My only experience with weed is mostly through like friends of mine from long time ago, or Pineapple Express. I just know Pineapple Express, he had like all these different names.
Look at Dave Blair. Dave Blair is just like, oh, I live in Phoenix. It's 80 degrees. I am going to throw every hobby that Sean loves in his face. Because Dave Blair's going to, hop on your motorcycle to go play disc golf?
Yeah.
Get out of here, Dave Blair. You get out of here right now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Dan, you have to email the shit out of him. That's it. Yan, wait, didn't we do this last? Oh, it wasn't Yan.
Huh?
I think I had Jan explain how to properly say their name, and I've already forgotten. You love Australians, but Boost Media is hard to listen to for more than a couple minutes. He's got a strong accent, but he's really good at his job.
Yeah. Very nice guy too. Very, very nice guy.
Yeah. Will's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Will's good people.
Oh yeah.
Sean is a librarian? No. I wouldn't mind that job if it paid well. I mean, like, I like libraries. I like information and learning, so. Isn't it legal where I am? Yeah, completely, 100%. There's a place across the street from me, literally. Literally, I could, right there.
Probably knock on your neighbor. Hey, man, you got some of that good stuff?
Yeah, everyone here.
Yeah, bro.
People literally walk down the street smoking joints. It's not even, you're not supposed to do that, but no one cares. All right, Unknown just got the CSL DD 8 Newton meter, baby DD. Oh, man, that's a great wheel. Honestly, 8 Newton meters, anything else is just bragging rights.
Yeah.
Michigan is cheaper. You mean to live, not the green flower? I don't think so. Fanatec won't even stay with me. He made a statement on stream. Well, maybe that's because he took such over-the-top amount of Moza sponsorship. It's not even like just mild Moza sponsor. It's not like, oh, we'll run an ad. No. It's like, he's Moza Man. Moza Man! I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write a new comic book, Moza Man.
Right. All right. No, I mean, it will admit it. Like, Fanatec has been kind of fickle over the past, over the years and stuff. Like, you're either like a Fanatec guy where they'll take care of you, and if you're not a Fanatec guy or Fanatec guy, then they kind of like, whatever. And we're on that. We've been on that side of it. But I mean, but it's good. Like I think, it's been a while, right? Fanatec's been going through their issues, for almost over a year now, right? But I think it's a good thing right now that you have Corsair, because I've been hearing a lot of good things from people nowadays from Fanatec, getting their Fanatec products, with the customer service, the support, getting their equipment. So I think in a way, this was probably the best thing that could happen to Fanatec now, is that they actually have a company behind them that wants to make sure, they provide good products, good shipping dates, good customer service. Because that was all, to me, it seemed like at the, towards the end, like Fanatec, I mean, you can say all you want about Thomas, right? You can say everything that he's a narcissist, he's an egotist, he's whatever he is, but he is what made sim racing. He is probably the person that got us to where we are now when it comes to sim racing equipment. I don't know if you disagree, Sean.
No, not at all. I just and I agree with you also on the Corsair factor, because it removes, that episode of Silicon Valley where they had praise him before they said something negative. Right. Thomas is such a great guy, and he's been so influential for sim racer, but but he's such an eccentric owner, right? And at some point, that's great when you're going from the ground up and making a name for yourself. But at some point, you have to bring a little bit more just conventional stability to things when you get to a certain volume. And I think that they crossed over that point a while before, and that honestly, I mean, I don't know if I'm not going to name names. I've known people who grew companies from the ground up and then recognized their inability to be the leadership role.
Right.
Right? And even though it was their idea, even though it's their name on the building, the leadership role, again, this was in Silicon Valley. If you guys, I had one of my favorite shows of all time. Richard Hendricks was not equipped to run the company. Right? Mm-hmm. So the best thing in the world they could do is hire a proper CEO. Yeah. If the sim pit ever hit massive success, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not equipped to, and I don't want to be a CEO of a company like that. Let's just say we turned into a media conglomerate. No, if we had the income, the best thing we could do. I mean, I don't know about you. We'll have to interview you for the job, but
we got Tom Jones. We talking about Tom Jones as our CEO.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, for the free too. We don't even pay him. What am I talking about?
He does it all for free. We don't need to pay him. He's a perfect CEO.
Inspired Moza. That's funny. Inspired.
anyways, yeah, you're going off about the leadership, right?
Yeah. Well, see, and that's why we hired Tom, because I am not
Right.
equipped. No, but I mean, my efforts are better made playing with products and playing with gear than trying to make executive decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think maybe that Thomas might have been the same way. Maybe instead of like, do we sponsor the block pane, he should have been thinking, what's the next wheel we need to make? You know,
Right.
All right, enough of that.
Yeah.
Hey, take the hacking, Max. Take the yakking outside, please. Dog about to puke on my floor here. Hey.
Or Max.
I don't need to do that. Yeah, fucking. All right. A bit of news out of Assetto Corsa. I'm doing my best to keep this show over an hour.
All right.
But Assetto Corsa.
I mean, we're doing good at it. We're what, 53 minutes
53.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good.
Free, you know, but sometimes you get what you pay for. I don't know. No, she got married. John Hill. Fake news. I can't. That's what got me in trouble, was their whole interaction. So
I remember that.
I can't.
I remember. I've been in the sim pit for that long. Damn.
That was.
I remember that stream.
Can we just talk about that?
into it.
I wish I could pull it up. I deleted it and made it go away.
It's probably for the better.
Yeah, well, they blacklisted me. We kind of had to. Lucky. Okay, you guys couldn't hear it. Yeah, good mic. I actually am on a good mic right here. I'm on the Audio Technica. All right, so Traxian has all sorts of Assetto Corsa news. But there will be a realistic game mode. So we talked about the open world and the driving to the track, right? But you're going to be able to literally pull in and refuel and recharge your cars. Recharge. That was an interesting word to throw into that sentence, by the way.
You mean they're going to have EVs?
I guess. That's not even a hybrid. You don't recharge a hybrid.
No.
That's a plug-in.
So I guess we're going to get a Porsche Mission R in this one too, or Mission E, whatever it's called.
That's a good guess.
All
right.
All right.
Much more. So this one's from Overtake. Much improved offline opponents and improved online driver rankings, more coherent car class packs. Kunos looks to leave no stone unturned to make Evo a worthy successor.
Do you have
what?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, do you have probably have it, the article talking about how they're gonna have learning? Okay,
we got
cool.
it. We got it. We've got it. Anyway, okay, so let's move on to that. Amir asked for it. He's like, okay, yeah, get on to the good stuff. No, so this attracts no, Assetto Corsa Evo will not be the official GT World Challenge game. That job stays with Assetto Corsa Competizione, which raises the eyebrow to make one think, are we going to see an ACC2 in a reasonable amount of time, or are they going to just keep DLC updating that series to say relevant or current with the GT World Challenge series?
Yeah, and this article is a response to, because I saw it too. There was I saw a couple of articles and I saw a couple of videos of people posting saying like, oh, AC Evo is going to be the successor to ACC when it comes to the World Endurance, not the World Endurance, but the GT Championship stuff. And it got to the point where I think Kunos had to come out and say like, no, it is AC Evo is the successor to Assetto Corsa, and ACC is still going to be a separate thing. And I think because there was and because I think there was like one article that came out saying that it was going to be the successor, and then people took that and ran with it and made a couple of videos and everything on it to the point where Kunis had to come out and say like, no, AC Evo is not the successor to ACC. And I watched some of those videos. I think somebody posted one of those videos in our Discord too.
Right.
And this are getting out front and center. I was like, no, AC Evo is its own thing. Because they even said it, like, it's going to be a car simulator game with RPG elements. So that kind of goes back to that previous one we were talking about, where like, oh, you can fill up on gas and recharge your Tesla while you're grabbing a Starbucks latte.
Right.
So.
Makes much more sense.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then the next article from Traxian is Assetto Corsa Evo won't have multiplayer in the initial early access release.
What do you think?
I mean, I argue, don't do the early access release. Just stop doing that, companies. Just get it together and get it done. I think you do more harm than good with early access. I mean, maybe it works for other types of games, but like, what feature can you leave out of a racing game that's not going to just leave people like upset? So,
yeah, that makes no sense to me. Like, I get why early access is done for indie games, right? But for bigger studios, but then like, what's the point of playing Assetto Corsa if you can't even do multiplayer? Like, that's the whole point of like why thousands of people play Assetto Corsa is for the multiplayer and the mods, right? But here you can't even like early access. Oh yeah, there's no multiplayer. So like, well, why should people even pick up AC Evo if there is no multiplayer? But yeah.
Implicit, yeah, it might have worked for ACC, but like, what's it done for like Ren Sport? What's it done for a few of the more recent versions? I also think that as time goes on more, the fan base loyalty is diminishing. And, I think that we are a much more loyal audience, even a decade ago. So as things change, I just think we're kind of going away from that. And it's like, well, no, the new fickle audience is going to be very quick to react, and they're going to hold a grudge. And I don't think they're targeting me. We've established I'm old. I think that's been clearly established on this last show of 2024. Yeah, exactly, Caitlin. It makes sense for small teams and indie devs.
Yep.
But those groups are usually going to work with that community really directly to build up the game. Whereas the bigger companies they have a laissez-faire approach to their early access. It's like, oh yeah, they'll give a poll or something, but it's not like they're like really, really intimately working hand in hand with that group, I don't think. So, all right. Assetto Corsa, more. This time from Overtake, though. Assetto Corsa Evo to feature auto-learning AI opponents and improve on ACC's multiplayer ranking system. I'm going to throw one more word on their sentence.
That's actually a cool thing to have auto-learning AI. Yeah, I like that.
This is
I know we're talking bad earlier, but now we're actually praising.
This is step one of them taking over the world. Me and John Hill had a whole conversation about when will AI kill us.
We're close to it, man.
Yeah.
We were talking about it the other day about ChatGPT. What happened with ChatGPT?
Right. That it tried to protect itself from being executed.
It started lying. It started lying to the devs to protect itself from being killed off. Like that, to me, that is crazy. That we're at that point with AI. Like, hey guys, I promise I'll do better. Just please don't kill me. Like, yeah.
I'll be better.
Just give me time to learn. I'll be nice to you.
There'll be at least 15 tracks on 1.0 launch in the fall. So that's cool. All right.
Well,
Yep.
I was saying, like, Dave Blair, you say that but it's Forza. I mean, let's be honest. Like, not many people. Forza overhyped themselves with Forza Motorsport. Like, to me, like, you're never gonna be able to make a sim for a console, and I think we've had those discussions and everything. But I think, like, if AI implemented correctly, can make wonders, right? Like, as long as you're using it to assist yourself to make things better. Like, I mean, look at the Sophie AI in Gran Turismo. It's a great AI, right? So like, I don't see why there's a reason why they can't use this AI that actually learns your driving habits and skills and makes, because even we talked about it last week, right, Sean? iRacing is going to start looking at AI with Microsoft to incorporate, like, to get you more real and like to have more realistic racing offline, or like to help you train you for your next race. Like, I would love to have, like, all right, I've driven these past couple of seasons in our league, I know all these drivers, take all that data, put it into the sim, and I can actually start racing against them offline to train myself for the actual race. To me, that's awesome. Yeah.
unfortunately, as we talk about it, AI, in my opinion, right now is one of the most loosely used terms, or it covers, if you think about it, like the most broad spectrum that you could possibly imagine. Because I mean, like, your Alexa module is AI.
Yeah.
Your Siri is AI. Google search engine is AI. So like, we have levels of AI, and that's the big question as to what level of AI. And even when you're talking about like the Chat GPTs, even those have different levels if you jump between all the various ones of that type. So AI has been well embedded in around us without us even thinking about the things that were being artificial intelligence, so to speak.
Yeah.
Your toaster has AI. Yeah, the industry, but they've done it on purpose because it became a cool tag word. You want to be able to use the word AI for anything you're describing in a marketing brochure. You got to tap into the AI part too, right? So yeah, that's why it's going to be so broadly used. But again, I think as we start accepting certain levels of AI, make no mistake that certain devices you've been using have been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the whole robot thing.
Right.
What would you even have your robot do? Like, this whole thought of, like, robots in the house. All right? Well, do I even need a robot to make my dinner? Right? Like, couldn't my stove just make my fucking dinner? Like, does it need to be a humanoid shape? Is that functional for what we would actually use a robot for?
Well, I mean, if you had a robot that looked like Megan Fox, I mean, what you...
All right, let's leave those robots out of this discussion. That's a whole different department.
I mean, if it made your coffee and made your breakfast in the morning, that's one less thing. I really think what's that one movie? WALL-E, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched WALL-E?
Of course, I love WALL-E.
Yeah, great movie, dude. Like, that's where humanity is going towards. Like, eventually we're just gonna sit on those floating little lawn chairs, sipping on our drinks, and just having robots do everything for us.
I think it's less than a decade. I think we're less than a decade away from universal income for like 70% of the population, and nothing to do. Like, except play with your cell phone. Like, I think we're like, I think in 3 years you're going to see some changes like, oh, wow, I didn't realize this was going to happen this fast.
Yeah.
And then in 5 years you're going to be like, oh my God, they took over. And then 10 years you're going to be like, when did it all go to shit?
Right. It's coming, man. Like, whether we like it or not, AI and robots are going to be part of our lives, probably in the next decade or so, man.
And then at that point, will they legalize weed everywhere? No, I'm kidding.
Nobody will have to work anymore,
well,
right?
Who cares,
we'll
right?
We'll be living off of UBI on our floating chairs. There you go. Who cares anymore?
So I'm in California, right? And Newsom just signed a law allowing speed cameras to be used in the 4 major cities. All right. Like, just broadly across the board, right?
Right.
And so they say they're going to use them in very specific areas like school zones, and then they threw in a few others, or known traffic problem areas, i.e. where people speed or collisions happen, right? And then the last one was, or where street racing occurs. And I'm like, well, what declares an area as, like, is one sighting of 2 cars doing an exhibition of speed, is that deem it a racing area? Because my thinking is, as soon as they start getting the revenue on it and the control on us, that they're going to be everywhere, right? They'll be like, oh, well, we had a record number of tickets in this one spot, whatever. But my point here is, if we're at that point, then why are they even allowing us cars that can break the speed limit? Like, if you're gonna just like, and then the other, so that gets to the start with the AI talk, because I'm like, well, I don't know. I would go out to my street here where it's like this area where I watch people drive, and I'm just like, people just don't pay attention. They don't care. Everyone's in their own world. And, like, maybe we are to the point where it should just be autonomous driving, because I'm not sure, like, humans are responsible enough for that anymore.
Right.
Myself included on the list, by the way. I'm not pointing a finger. I'm just like, well, but if we're to the point where we need traffic. And then the other thing that makes me mad about the traffic cameras, and again, figure out my politics and I'll give you $1. Is it just going to be like, well, I mean, right now we're on a points-based system. So if I get a certain amount of tickets, then I lose my license, right? Well, if they make it that easy to give tickets, won't they have to lighten up the whole lose your license restriction? So, and then if they do, then isn't it just revenue? It's not about safety, right? Yeah. It made sense when you lost your license because you got 3 speeding tickets in 3 months. But if they get rid of that, which it only makes sense they'd have to with the amount of volume of tickets that will be given, then it's not about safety at all. It's only about revenue and control. So, all right. Did I need to... man, that was such a great rant camera moment, and I didn't... All right.
It's all good, buddy. It's all good.
Pelican, speed limits. Got your driver's license taken for 3 months on Monday. So were you going double over? Did you go to jail or just lose your license? I mean, I know that's just a booking. You don't, like, go in a cell for double over, but you will go downtown and get booked.
Right.
Double over, the speed limit generally is the threshold for that. Yeah, well, in Booth, I think that for most of time until now, when a robot has replaced a human, so to speak, we've also made advancements in other industries that allowed our workforce to just sort of, like, evolve and move. Like, like you could say the typewriter, and the computer, and it's like, well, no, but the computer created so many jobs that I'm not sure it killed a single job, because everybody who knew how to type just became a computer typer. But so I think that through time, the speed of innovation and the automation adaptation have kind of matched themselves fairly well. But what I saw through this last decade, especially through COVID and inflation, greedflation, sizeflation, all of corporate discounts, and then trickle down not happening, and then on top of that, the greedflation were by the companies that we gave these huge tax cuts to. So they stuck it to us. What do you mean? So because of that mindset of corporate greed and capitalism, I'm convinced there will be nothing whatsoever preventing the next phase of this happening. And that's why, again, 3, 5, 10-year plan until Wall-E. So start booking your ticket on the SS leaving planet Earth soon enough, I guess.
I'm ready to go to Mars. I don't know about you.
Mars?
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go to worm food. All right. Wow, that was a diversion. AI.
I know.
AI is going to kill
Anyway,
us.
there we go. Hey, we're giving people the most epic pit stop episode of the year before we end it off.
Pikachu are replacing detectives.
That's true. Pika, Pika.
Toronto is full of visible cop present plus horses. Just straight up cops, though. You went 120 kilometers on an 80 kilometer freeway, and they took your. Did you have prior tickets? Were you on the line? Were you just your next ticket was going to result in that? Luckily, they started the whole point system after my crazy driving days were over. But when I was until I was 24, I had to pay for assigned risk insurance because of the amount of accidents and speeding tickets that I had. So my insurance was double that of a normal human being. It was supposed to keep me in check. Yeah. It really didn't. It really didn't. I didn't stop driving like a maniac until I drove my first lap on a racetrack, at which point I learned Oh, wow. There's a time and place for everything, isn't there? All right. Mars could be the next Alcatraz Island.
John, you've been watching Total Recall lately, haven't you?
Wouldn't it be? That would be a little bit more like. Oh, you can't say it if you can't remember it. Oh, that island where it was like a jail had Ray Liotta in it, I think.
The Rock? Is that what you're talking about? Like Alcatraz?
No, it's an island where we like shipped our convicts to. It's a really cool movie. Really cool concept.
I mean, we've had like Escape from L.A., Escape from.
No, it wasn't cheesy though. It was good.
Oh, were you saying that Kurt Russell's cheesy?
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, we can't be friends anymore.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Escape from New York.
Wait.
Great movie.
I love Escape from New York, but it's cheesy as can be. But wait, Big Trouble Little China. So
yeah.
Let's just stay on our Kurt Russell cheesy
movie. One of the greatest 80 movies ever.
Man, that is in my top 20 favorite movies of all time, for sure. So cheesy. Okay.
It is.
It's a little hard to watch now. It hasn't aged.
I just watched it like 3 weeks ago. It was awesome. I loved it, man. It's so great.
So cheesy.
I think at this point, like movies, you can't make movies like you did in the 80s anymore because. And I don't know if I blame like the movie industry or people nowadays, but people nowadays, I don't know if they just are ready to suspend belief, because the 80s and 90s, like people were so quick to suspend belief in reality and just go and enjoy movies and have fun. Like you went to the movies to see a story that is never going to really happen in real life. Like it's total work of fiction. But now, like, no, everybody has to nitpick every little thing. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. You can't do that. You can't do this. Blah, blah. Like, no, just go and enjoy the movie for what it is. Don't nitpick every little thing about it, or like, just go and have fun and make enjoyable movies. That's all. Yeah, that's why I love the 80s and 90s movies, because you could do that back then. You can't do it nowadays. Like, everybody's gonna just throw out every left thing. Gonna throw all their toys out the pram and complain about this movie. Yeah, whatever.
I think the movie is called No Escape. Okay, so the island, I haven't seen that. Is that also that? And then, is that what Papillion is? Is that how you say that? That's like an old movie, right?
Yeah.
Now I want to go see that.
Because you'll be honest, like, you know what what my guilty pleasure movie? Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh my god.
It is such a terrible movie. So bad. But yet, it is so bad that it's so good. And the guy that plays Skeletor, dude, phenomenal actor. Like, I remember, like, as a kid, I was terrified of that dude. Like, holy shit! Like, that dude literally has a fucking skull for a face. Like, holy crap! And I have a DVD copy of it, and I'll put it in every once in a while, just like if I wanted to just put on some brain damaging movie.
Papillon. Is that a good movie?
Yeah.
Is Papillon a good movie? Here, I'll play a clip from the cheesiest movie ever made, though.
Uh-oh.
It's not a great clip, but it's a clip.
There is something else.
There it is. Tires.
Tires
win races.
is what wins a race.
Tires.
His way.
That's best coon
My
dog.
That was 6 seconds fast.
Oh, look, it's Sean Cole when he was young. I'm not talking about Tom Cruise either.
80s action movie. I watched every one of the 80s action movies. Me and my friends saw 2 or 3 movies a weekend. Yep. Do you remember that back? I mean, like, in the 80s, there would be a line around the block at the movie theater. I mean, a line around the block for the next showing of the next big movie.
Yep.
So,
dude, I loved it back then too, man. Like, they would do like double matinee features and things like that too, which they don't really do anymore. Like, hey, you could watch 2 movies for like $5, and free refills and stuff like that. Like, that was awesome.
The movie. No, it's kind of really embarrassing. I mean, not embarrassing to say it out loud, just embarrassing to own it. Man, I saw every single, like, Rambo and every single Schwarzenegger movie. Like, even the really, really, really bad ones. I'm not talking Terminator. I'm talking, like, what was the one with Alyssa Milano? Oh, it was so bad. He did some really bad 80s action. I mean, really bad. I saw every single one of them and paid for them and walked out all fired up. And got into my iRock Z28.
Yeah.
Ice Pirates. I don't know. I don't recall Ice Pirates. Back in my day. This is very much, we are getting time. Oh, David Payne said it. I was thinking Time Bandits. Awesome. First Blood. Oh yeah. Dude, First Blood. I was so all over First Blood. The Drive. Hey Terry Crouch, how you doing? Merry Christmas.
Yo, Terry.
The Drive. What was the Drive?
The Drive-In.
The Drive-In?
No, going to the Drive-In.
Oh, the Drive-In.
Drive-In. Yeah.
Oh man, the Drive-In was
I miss
so
those
cool.
too.
That really kind of ended in my childhood. Like, by the time I was a teenager, like, it was either dangerous to go to the drive-in or they'd shut them all down. Like, but the ones you could go to, you'd get shot at.
Well, some of them are starting to make a comeback. I saw a couple of them when last time I visited Houston. Like, they had a couple of drive-ins. Like, there was actually one, like an hour and a half away from me. There's a drive-in movie theater too. They play movies every Friday and Saturday.
I would love to do a drive-in. That would be really cool. Cyborg. That was a great. Better Off Dead. Now okay. So, but now you're not cheesy. Now you've gone into like incredibly important movies, Christian.
Yeah.
Better Off Dead. That's like that's a have to movie. Yeah. Why would you stand in line? I know. It's still, I gotta tell you, like, John Hill goes to a lot of movies, and I'm a little bit jealous, because I don't even remember the last. I think Gran Turismo was the last movie I saw. Mm-hmm. Me and Kenny Stepp went and saw Gran Turismo the day it opened. Yeah. So that was the last time I saw a movie. But, seeing a movie in a theater is so much more rewarding than watching it on even if you have a big TV. I'm sorry, if you're in the living room, it's just not the same. I mean, unless you're like Spielberg rich and you've built a little cinema in your thing with a popcorn machine and all.
Yeah. The
Road Warrior, of course, that is the holy grail, right? Airplane, of course, Tom. Yeah. Blazing Saddles. Flash Gordon. Yes! Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon was so good that
that
whole cameo in Ted of the guy from, it's like, dude, how many people just related just loving and adoring Flash Gordon? All right. Yeah, they did it. I don't think it's a remake. I doubt they have Little People. I don't know if they do that again. But perhaps.
They already canceled it too. Like, didn't even last a season. They already canceled it. It was so bad.
I love that movie. That was a really cool movie.
Great, yeah. But this had to make it into a show.
And the age I saw Time Bandits, like I'm just thinking how old. I probably was. What was that? I was probably 13. Would be my guess. Maybe 14. That movie's old.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Dune. I never got into Dune, new or old. Taxi Driver. That movie is too heavy for me when I saw that. There are a few movies that kind of like, okay, yeah, I see how it is.
That explains Joe a lot
now. Spielberg rich is an average Joe in 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be fat universal income. All right, all right, moving on. Sorry.
Let's do it.
The premier German motorsport, DTM Esport sim racing competition returns to 2025. Qualifying now open. We're talking race room. Saw some shots of Jack Heatley, still doing it, still setting the standard in race room and the esport level. So, yeah, good to see that race room is really doing everything they can to keep that sim going and relevant and making some good progress, perhaps.
Well, this is the one where anybody can participate into. Like right now, they're doing the qualifyings.
Right.
Yeah, so where they're doing the qualifying. So if you're a race room fan and you want to participate in the esports series, hopefully be a part of it. Like they're doing the qualifying now to get the final drivers. So yeah, they're doing the competition. I think it started already this week, and it's open for another week or so. And then yeah, so have a chance to win. I think what's the cash prize, 20,000 or something like that. I can't remember. It's in this article.
Yeah, big money. It was somewhere between 50 and 75.
There we
15. 15 will be guaranteed as cash rewards. Okay. Phoebe, that's fun to say.
Yeah.
All right. Euro Truck, they're doing a little gifty gift. They're giving away two of the new Volvo FH series trucks in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Free bonus, not DLC. Free DLC.
Nice. I love those. I love those.
Partly in part to Volvo. I don't know, this whole flat front truck. I mean, I know you don't need the whole big front like American trucks have, but it just looks so cool.
You can't drive the American big rigs in Europe, man. There'd be no way they get through the roads.
They just wouldn't fit.
They would not fit.
They are pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
For no reason, too.
Yep.
Absolutely no reason. All right. Cool. But that's cool. Thank you, Eurotruck SCS. Okay, so test drive. I'm just going to blow through these because Amir will get mad if I spend too much time here. Test drive showing off the Ferrari California. They are talking about their AI opponents and how they've received a major improvement for Season 2.
They need it.
Now, it's no longer AI if you program them, by the way.
No.
Right? Like that. Like, AI means that it continues to learn, not just that we've made AI drive. I mean, I don't know what test drive done. I'm just saying. Like, I think it's a word that's being very, very loosely used right now. Pictures asking for this closed playtest. Full steering wheel animation now available for all your cars. You can now set the desired rotation angle up to 1800 degrees. So in-game matching your steering wheel, essentially. They have the Lamborghini Diablo VT. Uh-huh. And are you done? Should I keep going?
Oh, you go ahead.
Right.
I don't have nothing to say about test drive. You know my opinions on test drive.
5 well-known TDUSC cars. What's TDUSC? Anyone?
Test drive unlimited solar crown.
Solar crown. You left one word out. You were so close. Some style. I look like an Alpina. I look like a Corvette. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. And graffiti. 20 graffiti artworks are scattered across Elvisa and its surroundings. All right. Anyone else? Anything? Anyone?
Nope.
All right, we're done with that. Pista Motorsport announcing the new Toyota touring car coming to it. And we get a shot there of, what is that, a Camry? Yeah, Toyota Camry showcased. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like they're doing some good work on it. I don't know. I need to jump back into Pista. Like, I have it. I need to jump back in and see if they've done some improvements in it. Last time I tried it, it needed work. So that's probably why it's still in beta. That's good that they're still working on adding cars and everything to it, though.
The final quote of 2024, test drive is still a poop show.
That is true. It will always be.
Terry, I'm doing very well. How about you? Merry Christmas to you, man. To everybody out there. We're going to get to that in a minute because we're getting towards the end of the show. Big reminder, the Sim Pit Rally season 2025 starts up January 3rd. That is coming close. It's like almost just like 2 weeks away. Yep. Information can be found in our Discord channel. We have a Rally Series channel, but you can see the schedule coming up here. It's one of those events. It's an offline league. So you have 1 week, a full week to run your stage. So Rally Monte Carlo start January 3rd. You'll have until January 10th to get your run in. I will be doing it. A lot of the Sim Pit crowd will be doing it. And if you're looking for some really good, probably the best rally fun that I know of out there, be sure to get into that Discord channel. !Discord will get you a link to it right here in the chat. Or it's in the description of the show if you're watching later. Also, go to that channel today because Callum is running a rallycross event tomorrow, I believe. Yep. So he'll be arranging the troops, getting everybody organized through that channel. So if that's something you want to do for fun tomorrow, it should be a lot of fun. I will try to make it, but like I said, I have my mom coming in Sunday, so like the minute we stop this show, I'm into like cleaning mode and organizing mode and making sure I have all the food I need for my mom's arrival. And then I have to drive down to Oakland to pick her up. Fun.
Yeah, man.
All right, so yeah, get in on that. This is Ed. Ed just joined our ranks, our Discord ranks yesterday, and came in a-blazing, doing everything I ask of anybody. Went to that post your rig section and gave us a shot of a total DIY Deathmobile. This is a good-looking rig. This reminds me of so many of my rigs. This looks like I built it. I love it, Ed. Great-looking rig.
That was my first choice. Like, did he model off of your last aluminum profile rig? Like,
yeah.
It looks so similar.
It looks so much like one of mine. I love it. Great-looking rig. Sim Magic base. Fanatec. Are those Fanatec pedals? Those look like Club Sport pedals from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are Club Sports.
Or no, those are... Are they or Sim Magic?
Are they Sim Magic? Yeah, I was kind of... Well, I see the Arc, and I'm like, wait, isn't the Arc... Isn't that the Fanatec side? They look... No, those are Sim Magic.
Yeah, those are Sim Magic pedals. I can't even see from your side.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and look.
And what else? I guess all we have really left... Yeah, I have to do more than just make my bed. I have a lot of cleanup. Our house is kind of... We never really unpacked everything and organized everything. So, like, our dining room doesn't even look like a dining room. And, yeah, I have to kind of make it look like we give a shit, but we don't. But my mom is, like, weird about that kind of... She'll come over and, like, nitpick that if I don't clean that up. She'll be like, yeah. Anyway, all right, let's see. We got this guy with the track racer set up. That's cool. Here's a DIY. First actual rig, mostly used stuff in DIY. Built out a profile. Inverted pedals. This is a nice looking rig.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on with these screens? I want to leave it here long enough for you to see what I'm looking at.
Oh, he's got the side screens horizontal to make it look like an...
But what size are those? Those aren't even normal little monitors. There's like the kind of screen you put like if you want a TV in your kitchen or something. I don't know.
I think it's just, yeah, he had two monitors just laying around. Flipped them horizontal to make it match the height of the main rig. Yeah.
Wow, are these... Look at these pedals. That is the design I was going to build with. So he's doing a real brake caliper. Squeezing like pads onto, I'm guessing, a urethane block. That's what I was going to do. This is a total DIY. Look at these DIY pedals.
That's some Heiko level ingenuity right there.
That is exactly what it is. That is Heiko level.
That is awesome, man. Yeah, he made his own. He made his own pedals.
Ren Sport. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, it won't pull it up on that browser. Here, let me see if I can find this. Steam Ren Sport. Ren Sport on Steam. This just in, people. Ren Sport. Ren Sport is the future of racing simulation, competition, and digital car culture.
Okay.
Live the thrill of driving high-performance race cars on laser-scanned circuits from around the world and breathtaking roads imagined by the community.
If you say so.
They say so. There's the BMW M2. That slut.
Every car is a slut at some
Why do
point.
I hear knocking at my door.
I don't know.
Somebody knocking at the door. Let me check on that. I don't want to end the show.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead, buddy. I'll keep people occupied. I can give them my real thoughts on Ren Sport. While you do that, did he already leave? I can't tell. I think he already left. No, you're right, Caitlin. I really don't have any good things to say about Ren Sport. To me, it's one of those. It's been one of those sims where they've shown like little to no care for the sim racers and been solely focused on esport drivers and esport competitions. And to me, like when you do that, like like what? And then like to have a game that still has no triple screen support, barely any options and settings and everything like that, and even on their roadmaps, they didn't even talk about anything that is for us sim racers. That made my care level for it. I even have it. Like I haven't even put it on in like 5 months because I just refuse to get onto it anymore because they haven't been doing anything to make the sim better other than add content, and that's it.
This just in. Dave Blair. Oh wow. Oh wait. Simrig 412. Okay, this is like more than I can handle at one time, you guys. Okay. I'm on the wrong browser to do it this way. Okay, we'll just go. All right, Simrig 412 showing his flight adaptation of his rig. I'm just gonna I'm not even getting a chance. I'm just posting them for you all to see. I'm actually doing the work. I'm not even taking the time to look. I'm just trying to post. And our scroll rate will be as fast as I can get them to you here.
Oh, Callum, are you talking about Ren Sport? They couldn't get it to work? I don't know, I'm just trying to catch the pictures too. Hey, it's Sean Seabrain. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Sean. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All right, anyone joining us late, this is the last pit stop of 2024. We will not be here next Friday. And but we'll be thinking about you.
Yeah. No, I agree, Callum. It's terrible. I don't like it at all. Don't like anything about it.
I'm sorry, Amir. I didn't
No, you
do
good, buddy.
that.
You go ahead.
Joa caught me. It's not me.
Oh, Joa?
It's Discord. It's stupid Discord.
I thought you had somebody knocking on your door.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have you. I think your camera got turned off as soon as I started going into Discord.
Oh,
doing
gotcha,
other
gotcha.
things.
No worries, buddy. Do your thing, man.
There's Dave Blair's first rig on a 13-inch CRT monitor. Back when people kept a stapler on their desk.
That's proof that Dave Blair's a Terminator. Look at that red eye. We got some Terminator stuff going on right here. AI. Dave Blair is AI. He's not even a real person.
Terry, you heard it. I just put a little bit of it in there. But I'm such a terrible singer, I don't dare do more. Is that like Midtown Madness box? I see you got a picture of motorcycles on your wall as well. All right. So there's Dave Blair's OG rig. Total flip opposite of Simrig's flight rig. Is there cheesecake on the desk? I don't see any cheesecake on the desk.
There is.
It's in the belly. So I think that's all we've got. Oh, here, let me get you back on camera. I think you're off.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you already go? You didn't really go through all of Simrig's photos.
I did.
You just uploaded them. Or did you? Okay.
Well, I mean, everyone got to see him for like 5 or 6 seconds when I went on to the next one.
Okay.
All right. Oh yeah, we all used to race on those. I mean, I remember when I got my 21-inch ViewSonic, and I think that thing cost me like $800. We're talking like 25 years ago. And like no one had anything bigger than like a 17 or 18. And then ViewSonic made this 21. It was the king of the CRTs. Yep. And it was the last of the king of the, I got it and I felt like I was so special. I'm like, look at this giant screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. How far we've come.
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, everyone. Well, that is the end of the sim racing news. We've looked at some sim rigs. We've taken a lot of diversions, whether it be AI or universal income or cheesecake. We covered it all.
And barely covered sim racing like we always do.
Even more so today. There's like just such nothing to talk about. Everyone's on vacation already. So, at Sony Trinitron. So at this point, that's it. This is the last pit stop. I do have another video or two that will come out before the end of the year. My intention is to do a little bit of live racing. I'm not going to talk about it now, but you'll have to just stay tuned and get a notification if you're subscribed to the show. But I will be going live with some racing in the before my mom gets here, hopefully, or I'm in trouble. So that'll either be tonight or tomorrow. Looks like tomorrow night. And like I said, a couple videos. So yeah, Mir, you have anything else coming out before the end of the year?
I mean, as long as you do what you're supposed to do.
As long as I do. Oh, that's right. Andrus listens. Yes. Thank you. I wish I had a picture. Andrus, thank you. Two things I want to say about Hump Day before we bring this to a close. Number one, congratulations to Leonardo Dragata, who won the 2024 Hot Lap Hump Day. Yesterday or Wednesday, we had our doubleheader. So we had an event in the BMWs. Was the final, but we did radicals at Brands Hatch to get the final ticket in. And what's ironic is that Leo is really struggling, and Leo is one of the finalists, and he was really struggling in the radical at Brands Hatch. And then the final event was the BMWs at Sebring, and Leo flipped it around and was just way fast and won the race, won the championship, and had a great season for another one of those young hot shots brought into our sim racing world by Robbie Unser. If you think back, Elvis Rankin was working with Robbie Unser when we first met him, and now we've got the Dragata guys doing the same thing. Struggling in the radical is... I agree, Terry. It was so much fun to go back to the radical. I love that jittery, bouncy, awesome sounding car. So, yeah. Andrus is always the bridesmaid. Always the bridesmaid.
He won the fun race that we did on Sunday.
Yeah.
You did, Andrus. Congrats there, buddy. I know it's not Hot Lap Hump Day, but...
Are you doing a fun race on Sunday?
Yeah, we'll be doing fun races every Sunday, taking place instead of the road series. Yeah, pretty much every Sunday, Sean. Yeah, I haven't decided yet what we're going to do for this one. But yeah, if you want to race with us, it'll be 7 p.m. Central European Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time.
I will not be able to make this Sunday.
Okay, but yeah, we'll be doing a bunch of fun races for people. I'll probably try... Last time we did the BMWs at Alton Park. And yeah, so I'll try to figure out something for this Sunday. So if you want to race with us and you are not doing anything for the holidays, come and join us in the Sim Pit and have some fun with us racing. Yeah.
Oldest, I didn't even put the 2 to 2 together on that. How did you under fuel for a 10-minute race?
Is that even possible?
I don't know, but that's funny. Thank you. All right, you guys. So that is going to do it. Tomorrow we have some rallycross going on. Get into the rally channel for that. Sunday we'll have some fun racing going on. Check into the main channel on that. And beyond that, I just thank you all for being part of the Sim Pit community. Thank you for a great 2024. It's been fun on every level. Our league racing, our community, on our Discord channel, the show, the pit stops have been on fire. You guys have been really making that a lot of fun to do. And yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays for whatever your discipline in the holidays is, and Happy New Year as well. I hope that 2025 can be even better than 2024, and for all of us, for the Sim Pit and the world collectively. So thank you from my end. Any last thoughts, Amir?
No, have a great holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you guys celebrate. I hope you guys have a great holiday season. Thank you for supporting us, and I can't wait to start 2025, man. I am looking forward to it. There's gonna be so much going on, and I'm happy to be on this journey with you, Sean, and
Me
with
too,
everybody
man.
on the Sim Pit Discord. Hell yeah,
Great ride.
Hell yeah,
right on. All right, so everyone, get out there, do some sim racing. Thank you for being here. Have a great. This is the Sim Pit. I'm Sean Cole. That's Amir. And we will see you on the track.